Go.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another preview episode of presented by the Grizzlies Bias, as always. This is our second episode. Last night, we took a dub against the Mavericks, as we predicted.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't in the way I thought, because obviously we went down, but the Grizzlies, like the team they've been playing the last couple weeks, or I guess the last week and so, they've been fighting out in every game, and they ended up coming back from 15. Big performances from Jaren Jackson Jr., good defense from Dillon Brooks in the fourth quarter. Luke Kennard was nice on the bench, and the big performance was Santi Aldama. Santi Aldama was crazy off the bench.
Yeah, he was.
He had a career high 22. I think how many rebounds did he have? He had like 13, 12.
I thought it was like it's somewhere like that, or 13 to 16. It was like 13 to 16 or something like that.
Adama was crazy, and also it was Ja Morant's first game back with the team. Even though he wasn't able to play, he did provide some, energy off the bench, and I was hyped. I was really hyped for that game. I mean, I kind of when we went down, I was kind of like confident we're gonna come back out just because of how we're playing recently. And,
right. So like it kind of reminded me of the what was it, the Spurs comeback, right? So I was like, okay, I was like debating if I wanted to turn it off us, bro. We're getting shit on right now. I was like, hey, we did it before. Why can't we do it again? And hey, I witnessed like Santi masterclass last night, so I'm in.
Yeah, the bench provided a big spark for us in the third, late in the third, and early in the fourth, and also it just being in the grindhouse where we've only lost 5 games in the whole year. The energy was crazy from the fans, and they're a big reason why we were able to make that comeback. But for these next 2 games, we play the Rockets. Today's episode's the one game that's on Wednesday. I'm guessing it's going to be like, let me get the time right. It's going to be on 5 o'clock. So for Grizz fans or people that live in the central area, it's going to be 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern time. And yeah, these next 2 games are both in our house, which is huge because we just win in our house. We don't lose there. I mean, it don't matter if we're down. It don't matter if we just win in our house. We find ways to win. Only 5 losses, but that's the best home record in the whole league. So I'll take care of business. I'm gonna do the Rockets side first, and then Brad's gonna talk about the Grizzlies. When it comes to the Rockets, simple as it is, they suck. They're not a good team, but I will say they've been competitive in the last 5 games. Now they were in a 3-game win streak. In those 3 games, they beat the Celtics, which I don't know how. They beat the Lakers, and they beat the Pelicans. But these last 2 games, starting to go back to the Rockets' old ways this season. They lost to the Pelicans, who have not been a good team, and they lost to the Warriors on the road. By the way, the Warriors were on the road. That's their first road win since January 30th. So congratulations to the Rockets for finding a way to break that streak. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not scared of the Rockets. But obviously, do not come to any game taking it easy because this is the NBA. Any team can win on any given night.
Yep.
When it comes to their team, they're a fast-paced team, obviously, because they're young. They like to get out. I think when it comes to players that we should look out for, honestly, at their whole 5, it could be anybody. There's not a single guy that I'm like, I just want to put the money on. But if I did, I'll put on Jalen Green because Jalen Green seems to be pretty consistent. He's a bucket, and he's done really good the last couple games.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing for the Grizzlies this game is going to be rebounds because we have not been the best rebounding team, and the Rockets are actually one of the best rebounding teams in the league. I think they're top 3, and if we're not going to get our rebounds, then that's going to be a problem because obviously losing the rebound battle is crucial in games, and that's a big reason why you could lose. So without Adams and Clark, the Rockets have an advantage on the rebounding side of things, and obviously they've been a good team. I kind of saw that as a stat that I was surprised with, but yeah, I'm really interested how that side's going to go. For the Rockets injury report, they currently have Jae'Sean Tate. That's basically it. So their team is just out here. They're healthy. It's the Rockets. They don't, like I said, they've not been a good team, but do not take them easily. The last time I watched them, we saw how the Rockets really are. They're a team that doesn't run play for some reason. They're inexperienced, so the Grizzlies gotta go out there and handle business. But Brad, you can go on with the Grizzlies side of things.
Hey man, what more can I say? 4-1 in the last 5 games. Pretty good games. Came back from 2 major deficits against the Spurs, and then last night against the Mavericks. Hey, like Steve was saying earlier, Ja Morant will play tomorrow. He will suit up tomorrow for the first time since
Is it for sure thing? Because he did say
I heard
medium. He said it's supposed to be medium. It's still
I heard.
I got confidence he's playing tomorrow.
I heard from Jenkins that he's like, we expect him to play
hopeful. Tomorrow. He's hopeful, yeah. But his media, because he had the whole post-game media practice, he said that it's still up in the air if I play or not. I have full confidence he does. I just feel like it's the time. If he doesn't, then I'm gonna take a guess that it's a for sure thing, 100% on Friday.
Yeah.
But I'm confident he probably does play tomorrow, and I'm going to this game expecting he does.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, either way, I'm saying it. Ja Morant will be back tomorrow, man. Hey, man, I'm just excited to see him back on the court, man. It's been a while since some things have not been good. Some things have not been going his way. But yeah, some other things though is like the last 5 games, some guys that have stood out. You know, we got Tyus, we got Jaren, Kennard, and Brooks. Tyus last 5 games, he averaged 14.6 points per game, 7.6 assists per game, and 4.6 rebounds per game. Tyus, obviously, during this time out, he's been really good without Ja. With Ja being out, I mean, it helped our team just being a team still that can go out there at any night and against any team and come out with a victory. Next guy, Jaren, dude.
Jaren's been awesome.
Jaren has been insane. Last 5 games, nearly 24 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, especially in the fourth quarters. I know we talked about it. In the Dallas Mavericks preview the other day. That just in the fourth quarters, Steez brought it up. Like, it's kind of like in boxing, right? Where when a boxer just pulls away in like one of the late rounds and just kicks into an extra gear when the other guy is tired. That's kind of Jaren's, like, how he does it. He just, when they're tired, he's not, and he's out there and he's getting buckets when they are tired. Next guy, Kennard, right? Last 5 games, 10.6 points per game, and off the bench too. Like, he's really, when we need a bucket, he's been the guy that's been like, okay, I got you guys. I'm gonna help you guys get a bucket. Like, he's one of the reasons that we've had like those comebacks. He's been one of the guys that's really sparked the comebacks for us against the Spurs and because the Mavericks last night. And then last but not least, we got Brooks, right? Brooks, last 5 games, nearly 14 points per game. Held Curry to under 20 points since the first time against the Pacers on December 5th. Played good defense against Kyrie, didn't you say, the second half, right, last night? He held him to like...
Fourth quarter, he had Kyrie 0 for 9.
0 for 9? I mean, hey,
Kyrie was on her foot. He was on her foot, to be fair. Mm-hmm. I will give that to him because, I mean, he's been dealing with that sore foot, and I think he did re-aggravate it in the game, so...
Yeah.
I gotta give Kyrie some credit because he was cooking first half, but, I mean, Dillon Brooks took advantage of it. He did his thing in the fourth.
Yeah. And then, obviously, Bane. Bane, he's a guy that's been there, 19.6 points per game. And when Ja's been out too, he's been more of a guy who's he's not just a guy that we've relied on shooting for. He's been a guy that's taking it to the rack, especially in transition, helping us play make. He's been averaging, what did I say? I think he was averaging like 5 assists per game the last 5 games, something like that. So he's been playmaking as well. In my opinion, I know I said this in the preview yesterday that we put out, I really don't think there's really a guy that's played that bad on our team right now. I feel like as a team, collectively, we're all playing pretty damn well. And I think that's a really good thing to have in a team. And then just like last but not least, like, what do we need to win this game? I know Steve said, it's the Rockets, they suck. I'm agree with the rebounding stuff. Like he said, Steven Adams, no Brandon Clark. And then in this game too, Dillon Brooks, he got another technical last night. I forgot to mention that. So he's not going to be playing tomorrow. And he would probably be on Jalen Green, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, I'll say he'd be on Jalen Green. So Jalen Green is going to have probably a field day. I mean, I'm gonna guess he's going to get his points because he got his points last game against us. It's just we took advantage. We just took advantage of the second half.
So I mean, hey, that's just going to be huge to see if I have full confidence that we are able to get back on defense, do what we got to do on defense, rebound. But if we don't do those things, that's when things are going to really start getting out of hand for us. But that's what I got for us. Only injury report is Dillon Brooks, pretty much, and then Vince Williams. But nobody.
I mean, we know Steven Adams, Brandon Clark are out.
Yeah.
We just don't got to explain that.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, we just gotta hope that Ja's available tomorrow because I want to see that 12ski come back and see how he plays his first game back. He's been the talk. I mean, I've been watching ESPN throughout the day. He's been the talk the whole day. Yep. Also, quickly before we get out here, I wanted to mention the Skip Bayless thing. The Skip Bayless today was like, they're trying to cancel Ja because he said in the pregame or the postgame interview yesterday, it's a parade in my city, and Monty said it too. Yeah. They're out here acting like that was Ja's first time saying it, and that's like something that the Grizzlies haven't been doing all season.
Just trying to bait a bad image, pretty much.
Yeah. I don't get me wrong. Skip Bayless' clip of it made me like I was like it's probably one of the funniest clips I've seen this year because he reset the line and it was the way he said it was like you can imagine like Skip Bayless. It was very cringy, and on top of things, like he was saying how like he's rapping a gangster rap bar or whatever. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a young boy bar or whatever. But end of the day, we've been saying it all year. Ja did not just come out here after his suspension and then first time blurted out this bar. Like our whole team's been saying it. So because everyone is acting like that, we've been, or like everyone's acting like we're just starting to say this. We've been saying it all year. The whole team has. So don't be slandering our team. Don't be slandering Ja. He's chilling. I saw his post-game interview. He looks like he's in a better place. He looks like he's ready to lock in. So hopefully you got him tomorrow. Hopefully the team's going to be back. Our team's going to stay on track because they've been playing great lately. These next two games against the Rockets are going to be games that we obviously can't overlook, but I expect nothing less but a dub. So I have Grizzlies winning. Our apologies. We had a quick little technical difficulties, but I think we're going to win this game. Brad, what do you think? How do you think this game's going to go?
I mean, I would expect us to win. I mean, hey, it's the Rockets. They're one of the worst teams in the league. I know we said, like, we can't just go in there and expect to, like, oh, yeah, we're going to blow this team out. Like, we got to play, you know. But, I mean, I don't see us losing. I mean, I think it's going to be a blowout in my opinion, but, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they make a more competitive team the last 5 games. The last 2, they've